If you've been following the small scale RC crawler scene for the last couple of months, you'll probably know exactly what this is, but we finally got our hands on it, and this is what we're going to be diving into today. Stay tuned. So this is from HPI Racing. That's awesome. I've been wanting to get this thing since I heard of its release. This would be my first HPI Racing product, but the box art on this looks phenomenal. This is the front. I did get the black. This is a 1985 Toyota Hilux SR5. On the top, it has a breakdown of the internals, shows you everything that you're gonna get. I'm extremely excited to dive into it, and I just tore it. Whoops. You do get your instruction manual, and then you have your USB charger. It looks like your hex wrench for the wheels and thumb attachment that you can put on the transmitter to go ahead and use one hand to steer. And this is the actual truck itself. Oh my goodness. This thing looks great. Where do I put everything? Where do I put all this stuff? Okay, we're gonna hang off on that for just a second. This is a nice box to add to the backdrop that we have here. Super excited about that. Always nice to get a new box. So this is the transmitter that you're gonna get with this. If you open up the lid, you'll notice that it has 6 different dip switches on here for different functionalities. You do have your steering and throttle reverse switches here, your bind button right there in the center, and then you still have your steering dual rates, your throttle dual rates, and then your trims for both as well. On the side here, you'll notice your channel 3 button right here, which I do believe controls the lights. You have your channel 4 button right here above 3. You have your channel 5, I believe this is, yep, channel 5 right here, which is kind of like a toggle switch, and it does have 3 different positions. This is your channel 6, which is your left centered, and then your right functionality. So you do get your instruction manual for the Venture 18. This would be kind of like your exploded views. It has part numbers for each individual part if you needed to order replacements for those. Aside from that, we do have, like I said, your USB charger for the battery, the thumb toggle that you can put on the transmitter, and you do get your standard tire hex, or your little hex tool here. Now, onto the main attraction here. Quiet. I don't think that was very soothing or relaxing at all, but I enjoyed it. And this is the truck itself. Very nice body, lots of details. We do get oil-filled shocks, and they feel very nice, very plush. Nice molded front bumper with some lights there. You have your working headlights. You have your headache rack with the light pods up top. You do have a nice railing back here on the bed. Your nice little Venture branding. I believe this is what is attaching the body to the actual chassis using a hinge mechanism. Very nice wheels. Kind of a chrome stamped steel look to them. They are plastic. Nice, soft, sticky tires. There's a little switch here. I don't know how well you can see that. Right there, right behind the bumper. You just flip that to where it's aligning with the notch, and that should open up. And yep, we were right. That's where the hinge is attached to the body right there. A lot of stuff going on here, as you can tell. It is running a, wow, it's actually running a mini Oh, I didn't even know that. This is basically a rebranded Mini 24 ESC and motor for the brushless powertrain, which is pretty cool. We're relatively familiar with that, and we do have the program card to fine tune it if we need to for Hobbywing. So awesome. You do get another micro servo here for the 2-speed transmission that this comes with. Everything nice and neat as far as your wiring goes. You do have your battery right here on the right hand side. It's an HPI branded plasma lipo. It is a 7.4, so a 2S 600 milliamp hour battery. So it should last us a decent while. These are your oil filled shocks. Like I said, they do feel very plush. Lots of nice articulation there. Man, this is great. And then you notice all the wires connecting the lights underneath the body. Very nicely organized and secured to the underside, so you don't really see them through the clear windows on the body itself. The mirrors, the rear view mirrors or the side mirrors, are molded plastic, which is very nice. Same thing as the side steps right here. There is a little bit of a lip that the Lexan body kind of slides into to keep it in place, nice and sturdy. So, man, I am super stoked about this. You do get straight axles, not portals, just to maintain that scale factor. On the undercarriage, you do have plastic axles, you have plastic links, plastic drive shafts, plastic skid plates. These tires, I want to say they're probably in the 57 to 58 millimeter range. We can confirm that right now, actually. So these are, LGRP black labels, and these are 57 millimeters. If we put that right next to them, it looks like they're just a tad bit smaller, actually. So these are probably 60. Okay, it says it on the side of the tire. I'm just dumb. These are a 60 millimeter with a 1.2 beadlock rim, and these are beadlocks. They're just plastic. They're not aluminum or metal or anything like that. So very light tire. Like I said, do feel very soft and sticky. So I'm sure these are going to have no problems climbing over a decent amount of rocks in different terrain. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and charge up the battery. We're going to plug it in, and we'll probably take it on its first run. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying this content so far, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the video and the channel. Hope you're enjoying, and continue to stick around for the rest of the video. All right, everyone, taking a look at the truck real quick. We have the battery installed. Transmitter is connected. This thing is loaded. First one we're going to look at is obviously going to be the light function. That is going to be your channel 3 button right here. So you can hit that once, and then you do get a nice halogen beam coming out of your headlights, and then you do also get tail lights. Awesome. So cool. So this is the first function of that light switch. You hit it again, and then you are able to have blinkers on. Not a huge fan of that, but I guess it just kind of adds to the functionality. Pushing it one more time, you do get brights. On that third press, you get brights with no signals. On a fourth press, you get brights with no signals again. And then one of my favorite light modes is your hazards. As a lot of people know, depending on what the weather situation is like on a trail, a lot of people do like to turn on their hazards as a form of a follow me light, just in case you do have some form of inclement weather, dense fog, snowfall, heavy rain, whatever the case is, just so you can see that truck in front of you a little bit clearer. And then last press just turns everything off. No blinkers, no signals, no hazards, nothing. Awesome light functionality on this thing. Very, very cool. So this is the brushless version of this truck. You can also purchase it with a brushed motor. I opted for the brushless. It's about a $50 difference. You do get a very nice, steady, slow crawl with that Mini 24 ESC and motor combo. From what I remember, this specific motor and ESC should have FOC functionality, which is going to allow you to just maintain whatever trigger pull or throttle input that you're putting on the transmitter. And it should continue to crawl over whatever obstacle you're trying to get through without adjusting your throttle input. So if you had a little obstacle like this little LGRP Trail King mud terrain, goes over it obviously with no problem. Very nice, very steady. And I have not changed my finger position or throttle input at all on the transmitter. It's just crawling over it almost effortlessly, which is always fun to watch. And like I said, this truck does come with a 2-speed transmission, so this is obviously your first gear. And then you do have your second gear, which is going to be controlled with your channel 6 switch right here. So your second gear, you're going to have a lot more, obviously a lot more pep in the step, which is great for running through trails or whatever kind of terrain you have available to you. All in all, super stoked for this truck. Love the functionality. We'll be taking this on the first run, and I'll let you know my thoughts on the actual performance of the truck in its stock form. All right, hey, what's going on, everyone? I came to an old spot that I've come to before. I just found this spot again. It's been about probably a little over 2 years since I've been here. I just spent some time charging the camera, so I went ahead and started doing a little bit of crawling. And for small scale, even for large 110 scales or even bigger if you had it, this is a great place to come to crawl. We're gonna sit here, we're gonna crawl for a little bit, see what this little HPI Racing Venture 18 can do. And it's been about 10 minutes that I've been crawling it, and I am pleasantly surprised with the capabilities that it does have right out of the box. We haven't done anything to it, still completely stock. So let's go ahead and get some good crawling footage of this beautiful little truck. Alright everyone, just got back from our, well, we didn't just get back, been back for a little bit, but we are now here in Koala RC HQ, or the shop, and I do now have some first impressions and some final thoughts for this HPI Racing Venture 18. The thing is, it's pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I took it, you saw the video for yourself. There was some parts where it did get caught up only because it's riding straight axles and the diffs got caught on some rocks. This thing is not meant to be a ridiculously crazy rock crawler. This is more of a trail truck, and I believe that's who it's going to appeal to more. Those individuals that are trying to go on trails, have a good time, and just, you know, rip the thing around. And yes, it will do some moderate rock crawling. So you'll have the best of both worlds as far as scale, appearance, and pretty decent performance. I mean, not much else to say other than that. I mean, we got it dirty. We put it through some tough lines for something like this that is more or less advertised to, you know, just take some light trails. I think it's done a marvelous job at what we put it through today. And I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I highly, highly, highly recommend this HPI Racing Venture 18 if you're in the market for an 18 scale trail truck. Not going to disappoint you, I promise. Especially if you're into Toyotas, which evidently a lot of RC enthusiasts are.